Hola, buenos días a todos. Bonjour, guten Morgen, liebe Leute. So today I am going on a hike at Hiwassee, Ocoee Rivers State Park. This is called the G Creek Loop. And oh my gosh, it feels nice and cool in the forest here. It's already getting warm outside, but this feels so good. Okay, so this is an adventurous sort of trail because supposedly there are snakes. In fact, I went in the visitor center right now and they were having a presentation for kids on snakes. And yeah, that sounded very ominous. But anyway, so also there's an occasional bear out here. And I don't know if you can believe this, but there are some Bigfoot sightings that they've had. So I don't know if I'm going to see any of that today, but I am excited to do this trail this morning because I'm getting ready for the Camino de Santiago and I need to get some walking practice in. So I've been at school and while you're working, it's kind of hard to get workouts in, so I'm going to do a little hike just about every day possible for the next 2 weeks. So I'm leaving for the Camino in exactly 2 weeks on the 16th, and it's an overnight flight. I'm super excited, but I need to make sure I'm in shape. So yeah, so I'm on this trail right here and I'm going to take you all along. If you want to watch this video, it could get long. Yeah, so I'm not on the actual trail yet. This is just the part that leads to the trail. So it gets pretty scenic after a while. You come by the Hiwassee River, and yeah, then also it's kind of easy to get lost here sometimes. So right here, yeah, you wonder, yeah, let me see. Should I turn left? Should I turn right? So I don't know what the ruckus is that's on the left side here, but I guess we'll go left. I don't know what that is, if it's some kind of machinery. But I'm about to find out. I guess that noise would shoo away any crazy animals. Oh, there's mowing the lawn. That's all it is. So this goes by a campground. So it's kept up pretty well. So the trail looks clean. That's a good thing. Because I don't like going over leaves because there could be stuff under it. Under the leaves. You never know what you're going to step on in terms of snakes. But yeah, there's a field out there and they're mowing, so that's the noise that you hear. So now I am actually on the trail. So it kind of loops around. So we'll see what we find. Okay. Over this little bridge here. Okay, it should get a little quieter now that I'm past the lawnmower guy. Okay, you can still hear him in the background, but anyway. So a lot of times when you come out here, you hear frogs. I don't hear any frogs today. Just birds. So I do have bear spray with me, and I have mace. Mace in case there's some bad guys out here. Usually you won't find any bad guys out here, but you just don't ever know. Like one time I was up at Indian Boundary, and this is in the Cherokee National Forest, and there was this drunk guy on the trail, and I had my dog with me, and this guy said to me, "Is he friendly?" And I said, "Not exactly." And so, yeah, my dog wasn't gonna have it. So he got in between me and this guy quickly. And yeah, he didn't try anything funny. But you never know when you see crazies on a trail, so you have to be careful. But this is near a campground. You just kind of go around the campground actually, so how dangerous can it be? So, well, except for snakes and bears and, you know, a Bigfoot. See? But it feels really nice this morning. So it said on the weather channel that it was already 80 degrees outside, but yeah, it's definitely not 80 degrees in the woods here. So I have water with me, and I have a little trail mix snack. So this should be an enjoyable little loop hike. And it's not steep or anything. So I have planned to do a series of easy hikes over the next 2 weeks. There are 6 trails I'm going to do, and none of them are treacherous, so you know I don't want any little mishaps before my trip. So yeah, I'm already into my second one, because the first one was on Friday when we went up the Bald River Falls. It was a very steep incline, highly treacherous because of rains, and yeah, it was crazy slick, but we made it. But this is not anywhere near as crazy as that. It's kind of flat actually. You hear the birds. And up on Indian Boundary, yeah, there are all kinds of leaves of 3. You wonder if those were poison ivy, so I don't know. But yeah, there's Indian Boundary we can do, and the Greenway. Well, here's a little downhill. Let me see if I can get down there without falling. I do not have boots on. I'm just in my tennis shoes, so I'm going to try not to fall. But I think this is the only little dip that's a little slick sometimes, but that was easy. Okay, yeah, then we have Hiwassee Park, and then we have in Athens, Tennessee, there's a cute little trail around their sports facilities. It's like 3 miles, but it's very nice, and it's a little hilly, so you get a little hill work in, build those calf muscles. Yeah, I could definitely feel it in my thighs when we went up the waterfall. Like the next day I was a little sore, but it was so nice. Yeah. Well, this is G Creek Loop Trail. Yeah, it's nice that they have these little bridges here in case it gets flooded. See, there's water over there. So apparently this gets flooded sometimes, so they built a little bridge here, so that's good. See, now you come to these turns and you wonder, well, should I go left or right? Oh no, we're just gonna go this way. That's the thing about trails around here. Sometimes they're really well marked. Like the Wildcat Point trail in Vonore, Tennessee is nice. It's like white markings on the trees and you can never get lost. But out here, it's like sometimes you got these options. Well, should I go left or right? So, I mean, I don't think you can get too far off into the woods if you took the wrong turn, but I thought I'd just keep going the same direction that I was headed in, so I'm pretty sure this is correct. So I usually use the All Trails app, and I do have it downloaded, so if anything happens, I will look, but I think I'll be fine. I try to do the trails without constantly looking at the old trails, because I want to actually learn the trails. I'm not sure I would recommend that to you though. Look at there. Everything's nice and green here. It's from all that rain. So there are a little bit of bugs out here. I have bug spray with me, but I didn't actually put it on. So if it gets any worse, like if they start coming around my face, I will use some bug spray. I just don't like to overdo it with the bug spray because, yeah, it's kind of toxic. Okay, I've been on the trail for, let's see, 17 minutes, and I hear the Hiwassee Ocoee River to my left. You can barely see it through the branches here. But we're going to take a look at it here in a minute when I come to an opportune place. Alright. It's pretty dense here. Campgrounds over there. You see somebody actually camping. Okay, here's our river. Okay, so it's got a pretty good current to it. So a lot of people like kayaking on it. Now, I'm not that daring, so when I go kayaking, I prefer lakes rather than rivers. Although a river would have the advantage that, yeah, it's probably easier to paddle than a lake. Okay, here's a little hill. So it's not completely flat. Okay, just a little hill. You have to watch out for this dense vegetation. I try to keep my feet, my feet too, but my eyes on the ground. It kind of freaked me out when they were talking about snakes this morning at the ranger station. But I've seen no crawling critters so far, so it's all good. So would you believe they're actually selling Bigfoot shirts here? Took a picture of one. I'm going to put it in the post. So, you know, I think I would go on the kayak here, but you don't know what you're going to run into eventually. I'm not into whitewater or anything. So, yeah, that's probably beyond my capabilities. So far, no Bigfoot. I think they come out at night, if they exist. And I will tell you one thing, there's like no way I would ever do this trail at night. So yeah, there's no way. That would be highly creepy. But I have camped on the campground here before, and it's very nice. Oh my gosh. They have a heated bathroom. It's great. Like in the wintertime, it is actually warm in the bathroom. It's pretty awesome. Because they have a lot of kids and it gets loud. But I like coming out here because it's very safe. The rangers come down and they come around and do their rounds, make sure everybody's behaving. So it's pretty nice. So if I'm going to go camping anywhere, it's this place. Like I like Indian Boundary too, but this actually, it's easier to get to. You just, from my house, you literally just kind of go straight till you get there. Yeah, it's pretty easy. So it's not far away. Yeah. Oh, I see a squirrel. No, you can. Let's see. Do you see him? He's sitting there. Yeah. See Mr. Squirrel? Yep, that's him. He's definitely not that scared of me. So you come to places like this here. There's a way to go this way and to go this way. Where should I go? Okay, we're just gonna go this way. See what happens. You would think that market or something, but I guess that when people find out the hard way where they're going. I hear children screaming to my right, so I'm definitely in the right direction. Maybe you can go either way and it meets up in the same place. I don't know. It's a little decline here. Okay, now we can go that way or this way. Oh my God. Well, let's go this way because here's an encouraging thing. There is a trail sign. So I suppose this is the trail. So let's continue here. Yep, I'm going the right way. I'm definitely going the right way. Good job. Okay, I remember this bridge here. And it says right there, stay on trail, because this is a very tempting little spot. See, stay on trail. See, the adventurous among us would like to go up here. I suppose that meets up with that trail that I didn't take. Yeah, it's a good thing I went this way actually. Okay, so you have to go over this little bridge here. And then you arrive down here at the boat ramp. So let me show that to you. Okay. This is so cool. Yeah, you can just put your boat right in here. So I've actually seen kayakers setting their boat in here. Yep, there you have it. It's the Hiwassee and Ocoee Rivers coming through here. It's a gorgeous day. Sometimes you come out here and the weather isn't so good, but yeah, it's a great day. So here's a map for those of you who are interested in that kind of thing. So yeah, it says you are here. Okay. Yep. This is Hiwassee River Blue Way. Yeah, that's the Blue Way. This is actually pretty cool. So you can start here and you can go all the way down the river to the Tennessee-North Carolina border. And you can have somebody waiting for you there. Pick you up, I guess. Yeah. Well, I would never do this, but if y'all are interested, yeah, it's a thing. Okay, here's the loop trail. Let's continue on our journey on the G Creek Loop. So here's a sign that says boat. I guess I mean boat ramp. I don't know, but it just says boat. Okay, here we come to my favorite spot. We always take pictures here. But I'm alone today, so I won't be taking pictures here today. This is so cool because this tree, this is so cool. Yeah, it's like leaning into the river. Okay, so we always come down here, then turn around and somebody takes a picture. Yep, there's Ocoee. Well, actually the Hiwassee River. I keep saying Ocoee. It's the Hiwassee Ocoee State Park, but this river right here is apparently the Hiwassee River. So there you have it. Hiwassee River with the cold tree, my favorite. Yeah. So you have to watch out you don't fall in. So a lot of people, when they come to places to take pictures, especially in the Smokies, they like fall in. So yeah, you don't want to fall in. You might get trapped under some root. That would be highly dangerous, right? So yeah, let's get out of here. So I've been on the trail for 34 minutes at this point. All right, here's another situation where you can go that way or this way. Okay, there's like nobody to tell you which way you're supposed to go. So yeah, we're going this way. I guess if you go the other way, it's a little longer or something. I don't know, but yeah, the birds. Do you hear the birds? I could not tell you what kind of bird it is, but it sounds cool. There's different ones. It's not just one kind. Yeah, once we took my friend and I took a bird watching session at Fort Loudon State Historic Area. That was super cool. This guy knew all his birds. So here you come over a path. There's somebody working. They're busy keeping this place in shape, so that's good. You wonder, where's the trail? It's right here. It's a little muddy in some spots because we've had lots of rain. Do not block trailhead. Well, it doesn't say this is the trail, but it obviously is the trail. So they have some of these trees labeled here, which is kind of cool. This is an American elm. Oops. And there, I dropped my phone. That's all right. We picked it right back up. That's what happens if you don't pay attention. They have wildflowers here. Not very many, but they have some. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I went out with my grandson one time on one of their nature tours. It was called the Spring Wildflower Exploration. So my grandson asked the ranger, so what do you call these purple ones? She said, well, these are what we call purple flowers. I thought that was hilarious. I don't know what they're really called, but I guess she just made that up. Be careful here. I don't trip over something. Sorry, you dropped my phone once. Let's not do it again. But nothing happened. It's fine. Still on the correct trail, so that's good to know. So magically, a little bench appeared here. So I'm gonna take a little break here and get some water. This looks like a good bench. Look at that. Very nice. So I'm gonna take a little break. Okay, that was a very quick water break because I hadn't taken any water yet, and we already 41 minutes into this. You say, well, why do you need water? Yes, I do. Because, yeah, if you don't stay hydrated, you can pass out. Yeah. Yep, you could. I always tell my friend, bring your water. Don't forget your water. One time we went kayaking and she forgot her water. That's crazy. Yep. Don't forget your water. If you don't have water, you better turn around and go to the store and get some. But yeah, I have water. So I hope that you are enjoying this little nature walk with me. So look at that. There's a sugar maple. I'm not going to drop my phone again. This is called a sugar maple. Very cool. This video is already 26 minutes long. I don't know if anybody will watch this all the way, but I'm not editing anything out, so I guess people can just skip ahead. They don't want to see the whole thing. So yeah, I've been on YouTube for a year now. I started making serious videos, really like a lot of videos, a year ago on pretty much the last day of school, which was the last week in May. So I've literally been on this for a year now, and I have good subscribers, but I don't have watch hours to be monetized. So people go on my stuff, but they don't watch it long enough. So if you are one of the people who has come to minute 27.28 right now, and you watch the whole thing, I thank you. Because yeah, I need the watch hours. So would you believe that to be monetized, you have to have 4,000 watch hours? And I'm far short. So yeah. But I'm trying every day. So look at here. This looks a little bit more challenging. Got all this little roots here, you gotta pay attention. You don't trip and throw your phone out on the ground. So right now it's nice and clear, but if you come here in the fall or the winter time and it's all covered with leaves, you could literally trip on one of those roots. And you'll be sorry, because you'll go flying. Okay, so it says right here, park office. I assume that is the ranger station. So this is where my friend and I got lost last time. So let's see what happens if I take this. Let's see if we can find the park office. So if it's the correct trail, it should lead us to the parking lot where my car is. We will find out shortly if it's true. I see a parking lot way over up yonder. Oh no, if I should go this way, I'll go back over there. I don't know. Well, let's just keep going here. I might have to come back. It's like I said, this trail is just a tad confusing. Not too bad, but they literally don't tell you which way to go. Yep, the parking lot is over there. I see cars peeking through the woods. This should be correct. All right. Okay, so I'm going to sign off here in just a minute. This is Camino Teacher, and I am getting prepared for the Camino de Santiago, which is an awesome trail, a web of trails in Spain. So I'm excited to go there in 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks from today. I will be, at this time, I will be headed to the airport. Yeah. And then an overnight flight to Spain. It's going to be awesome. So if you want to like and subscribe, you can follow my trip to Spain. So if anybody's actually watching this still, after a minute 31, that's kind of funny. Okay. Yeah, this actually leads out of the forest. So, pretty cool. We made it. All right, folks. I didn't get lost. It's all good. We're back to where we started. And there's the parking lot. Yep, there's the ranger station. And there's the cars. Okay. All right, everybody. If you ever come out this way, I highly recommend this campground. So, yeah, it's called the G Creek Campground. It's spelled G-E-E, so you pronounce it like a G, like the letter G. That's what the ranger lady told me. All right, everybody, have an awesome day.